Welcome to another OSAS tip of the month. My name is Melissa and we'll be discussing RMA processing in this video. We'll go through some simple system setup and then walk through an example. Let's get started. In order to ensure that our RMAs are processing correctly, we need to go into Company Setup under System Manager in our business rules and go to our Sales Order Business Rules and ensure our Return Items Direct to Stock rule is set to No. Once it's set to No, the system will not put the item back to stock when it's received. It will go into a holding process where we can monitor and manage that through an RMA process. Next, we need to set up our reason codes to as to why we are returning an item. So under sales order, setup and maintenance, in our reason codes, we have some here already that we have already set up. If we want to create a new one, we'll just go ahead and set one up here. And make sure that it is active. And now we're ready with our notification from our customer to create a new RMA. We select our customer and make sure we change our transaction type from new to RMA. And then we can use the copy function to locate previous orders from the customer. We'll go ahead and select this one here. And if you're using batching and you can have a specific batch for your RMA. So I'm just going to select an RMA batch to specify this is an item being returned. We'll want to make note of what the original invoice was. Save the record. And then we can print the RMA to the customer. We can either print it or we can output it. If we have document delivery set up, we can print this to email. Otherwise, we can output and we can send a copy of the PDF to the customer via email. We're going to go ahead and open up our open order detail view and our returned item view. In our open order detail view, I'm going to apply our filter, and we can see that our new RMA is right here, number 531, and we're pending 3 return on this fan motor. In our returned item view, this is where we can see where we are in the return process. As of now, we haven't received any back, so there's no fan motor here at this point for today. So if we go back to our order, we'll go ahead and receive the item. And using our column chooser, we can bring in our reason code and we can select our reason code here right on the line. Another option would be to do it using our returned items, which we'll go into in just a minute here. Now that we've received our item, we can now take this order live. And by what I mean by that is when we take our RMA live, it converts it to a credit memo, so we can provide a credit memo to the customer. I'm going to save the record and put that to sleep here. And I'm going to look in my open order detail view. And we can see now 531 is a credit memo. In our SO returned item view, we can now see right here we have a new RMA that's been received. So to process this into the system, we now need to go to our returned items transaction session, and this is where we're able to enter the serial number, lot number, bin information, and approve the return to go back into stock. Okay, now approved the return. I'll go ahead and look back at that returned item view. We can see RMA 7 is approved. We're going to print our returned items journal. We can see our COGS account and inventory account. I'm going to post the returned item. Once we post the returned item, we'll see in our returned item view that the item is now posted. So we're seeing our debit to inventory and our credit to the cost of goods. In our returned item view, RMA number 7 is now posted. We now need to print or email our credit memo to our customer. We can do this either through the transaction itself or using our print invoices function. I'm going to go ahead and just do it in the transaction itself. So we go to the print and credit memo. Just going to output that. We can now see our credit memo, our original invoice, and our extension price. Now we're ready to post or to do our miscellaneous credits journal for our RMA batch. And we can see this is our journal for our customer here, and we can see this is our item, and we're ready to post our transaction in our RMA batch. And we now have our credit to AR, removing it from the customer's AR record, and a debit to inventory, putting the item back into inventory. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. Thanks so much and have a great day.